Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Colleen and it is June the 2nd, which means that we have a lot of things that we're filming today. I was doing good. I got caught up halfway through the month. And the video that you're watching now, I had actually already shot, but my camera messed up and I wasn't happy with it. So here we are, starting again. Today I'm talking about Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. It's a fantastic book and it is part of Books and Quills End of the World Book Club. She started this last month when she read The Handmaid's Tale, and because I had happened to read that in the same month, I decided that I'd follow along as long as the book seemed interesting to me. And I've been looking at this one off and on for a while. It's also written by a Canadian author, so at the time I was feeling a little bit sketchy about Canadian authors, so I hadn't picked it up yet. But I'm really glad that I did because it's an absolutely fantastic book. It follows three main characters. Arthur, who dies on stage, a girl who was on stage at the time that he died, who's very interesting and very cool, and a paramedic in training who tries and saves his life. It was just, so much happened in this book. So much. So basically, the whole entire premise is, this is on the back of the book too, so it's not really spoilery, unless you haven't read the back of the book, in which case you should skip ahead. Arthur dies of a heart attack on stage, doing a production of King Lear. And a whole bunch of stuff happens with that, and then the characters separate. And you find out that there is an epidemic of some sort of swine flu going on. So one of the characters, you follow him for the first bit, goes and hides with his brother in Toronto. One of the characters is a kid, so you don't find out till later. They also hid for a while, and then they left the city, and Arthur's dead, so he doesn't really have too much of a part in it, but he's how the other two characters are connected, and it keeps on flipping back and forth between times. So you'll go into the far past when Arthur was young, the middle past when he is married, and the man who tried to save his life is a paparazzo following him right before he died. From the child's perspective and his perspective and what's going on and why the relationships there are complicated, and then the future where the child is now a woman and part of a traveling orchestra traveling around to these different communities that have formed after this apocalyptic event. I think it's really cool for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's very believable. This is definitely one of the top ways that I believe that the world could end. It's written really well, the storytelling's amazing, the quality of the writing's good, it's just amazing. I like that it's set in Toronto. It's a city that I'm fairly familiar with, so that's kind of cool too, where a lot of the books that I read are either set in imaginary worlds or set in the United States. It's nice to feel more familiar with the place, until of course everything is destroyed. But yeah, it was just a wonderful book. It's definitely probably going to be in my top 10 this year. I rated it a 10 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. I have no complaints. Part of me wishes that there would be a sequel to this book, but I know that the magic would be ruined if there was another. So, wonderful novel. Really loved it. When Books and Quills posts her review, that link will be down in the description box below as well, so you can see what she thought. She reviews differently than I do, so if you don't like my style, you might like hers better. That's totally valid and very cool. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this book. So if you didn't like this book, please let me know in the description box, or sorry, in the comments below. If you did like it, you can tell me about why you liked it. Love to talk to any of you about books, really. Like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see me on other parts of the internet, there's a whole bunch of links down in the description box. Knock your socks off and have a good day.